Hello students, so on this skill we're going to go over area of circles. The code for this skill it's YA8, so make sure that you're working, if you're watching this video, is because you're working on that skill. Here we go. So the first thing that you need to know about the area of circle is the formula for the area of circle. So I recommend that you write it somewhere so you can have it there, because that's the same thing you're going to use for every single problem. The formula for the area of a circle, it's equal to area, let me just write it right here. Area, it's equal to pi r to the power of 2, okay? Pi r squared. Now, in this case, they are being specific with what do we need to use for r. In this case, they're telling me use 3.14. That's exactly what I need to use for r. I'm sorry, for pi. That's what you need to use for pi every time. So you're not going to type the whole thing for pi, just 3.14. So that's what I'm going to be typing every time I type pi, right? So in this case, I will start with something like 3.14 because that's pi, and that's what they're asking me, pi. Then I need to do r to the power of 2. But r to the power of 2 would be, if you think about it, I mean, if you see it on the circle, r represents the radius, and the radius in this case it's 4. So 4 to the power of 2. So I'm going to use my calculator for that. You can either search for a calculator like I did here. You can use that one. You can use your phone, whatever it is that you have for the calculator. So if I multiply 3.14 times 4 to the power of 2. Remember that 4 to the power of 2 is the same as 4 times 4. So if you're thinking, ma'am, it's because I don't know how to put the power of 2 in my calculator, remember that this is the same as 4 times 4. So if you do 4 times 4, that is 16. And if you multiply that times 3.14, that's going to give you equal to 50.24. They're not asking me to round or anything, so that's why I'm not going to round. My answer is 50.24. They're not asking me like round to the nearest whatever, so because of that I'm just gonna type it exactly what I got. So 50.24. Now let's see if we got it right, and there you go. I'm not gonna do this one because it's exactly the same thing, but look, instead of having a 4 now, well, let me just do it. I have a 2, so I'm not gonna have a 4, I have a 2. And I'm going to do the same thing. Remember that this would be 2 times 2. So if I do 2 times 2, and then that's 4, times 3.14, I would get 12.56. And that would be the area for this circle. Now let's check it. 12.56. I'm not rounding one more time because they're not asking me to round. In case if they ask you to round, then you need to round. And I got it correct. Now let's get ahead to see the type of problems you're gonna see like after the 70s. Oh, this one. Okay, so one more time, I want that you remember that in order to calculate the area of a circle, it's gonna be area, it's equal to pi r to the power of 2. Pi r squared. R is the radius, not the diameter, because look what they're giving you now. They're giving you the diameter. The diameter is a line that crosses from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. But what I'm looking for is for the radius, because that's what I'm going to be using. So in this case, I need to multiply the pi, which is 3.14, times the radius to the power of 2. But the radius is not 32. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to put 32 there and then I'm going to get the answer, that's going to be incorrect, because 32 represents the diameter of the circle. The radius would be half of that, which is 16. So instead of typing a 32, I will type a 16. So remember that this 16 is the same thing as 16. 16 to the power of 2 is the same thing as 16 times 16. So if I do 16 times 16, that's 256. And if I multiply that times 3.14, that's going to give me 800.84. So let's check if that's true. So 803.84. And we got it correct. Okay, now let's do this one here. So a radius of a circle is 19 inches. So I'm going to just draw the circle because it's not given, but I can draw it. So I have a circle, the radius is 19. What is the circle's area? Okay, remember one more time, the area would be equal to pi r to the power of 2. We know that pi, it's equal to 3.14 because that's what they're asking me to use. And r, it's the radius, which the radius in this case, it's 19 because that's what the problem is telling me. It's right here. And to the power of 2. So 19 to the power of 2 would be 19 times 19. Whatever I get from that, then times 3.14. So I would do 19 times 19, that's 361. And then times 3.14, which is, I got this. I got 1,133.54. Because I don't want to get it wrong, let me just check it one more time. So 19 times 19 and then times 3.14. And I got the same thing. So let's see if that's correct. So 1,133.54. And I got it correct. Well, guys, as you can see, this one is really simple. I really need that you do this one correctly because next week we're going to be working exactly with the same thing, but instead of only having numbers, we're going to have letters as well. So in order for you to be successful in that one, you need to understand this one. So that's pretty much it. See you on the next skill. Bye.